Episode 2, A New Life in Paradise. Sensei, we have Kokomo-kun with us. Sho and the others stopped in front of a room where Palti knocked and announced. Knowing that the homeroom teacher was inside, Sho waited nervously for her to appear. Yes, come in. It's open. That voice? Somewhere. Before Sho could wonder, Palti slid the door open. The scenery spread out in front of Sho and the others. At first glance, it looked like an infirmary, but there was a large amount of material spread out on the desks for faculty members, and various files were also packed on the shelves. It seemed that they were using the infirmary as a staff room. Hi. Good morning, Shokuen. Ah, I knew it. Myron-sensei. Oh my. You remembered my name? I'm so happy. Myron, who was sitting on a chair, quickly got up and ran over and hugged him. And then Myron let go of his body and suddenly said, Oh, yes, Shokuen. I've been wondering since last night, which one is your favorite? Sho's body stiffened, and Myron pointed at the desk with a very serious face. When Sho turned around, what he saw was Sho turned around in a panic, and Derd and the others behind him shouted in surprise. Perhaps sensing this, Derd, Aaliyah, and Apuesta moved forward with a sigh. Palti responded with a furrowed brow. Sensei, are you still struggling with this thing? What do you mean by this, Palti? Choosing underwear is a woman's battle, a war, you know. It's no exaggeration to say that the piece of lingerie you choose in the morning can make or break your day. If you are a lady, you should be aware of this. In any case, you're wearing boring white pants today, aren't you? Myron-sensei, that's sexual harassment. Yes. Laid out on the desk were a variety of colorful undergarments, from white to pink, and even a pitch-black pair. All of them belonged to Myron, and Sho couldn't even look at them properly. All of Sensei's underwear has tiny cloth parts and is kind of unreliable. Bayan. Don't stretch them. That's why you're a little girl. So, Shokuen, what do you think? What do you think? Which underwear do you think will bring out the best in me? Why are you asking me that? Hey, look people in the eye when you talk to them. Isn't that what they teach you? Ugh. Wow, I understand. Sho slowly and stiffly turned his head towards the front of the room as Myron's mysterious power closed in on him. At that moment, a number of panties were thrust in front of Sho's eyes. Whoa! Shokuen, look at me carefully. This is your chance to stare at your homeroom teacher's beautiful underwear as if you were licking them. If you're a man, rejoice. Don't say that. Sensei, that kind of behavior is somewhat problematic for a beautiful female homeroom teacher. Shut up, you little white pants, Palti. No, please don't. Palti blushed. These were not the words of a beautiful homeroom teacher, no matter how he heard them, but Myron's eyes were still serious, and she wasn't joking. Sho couldn't help but be horrified. He thought to himself, this teacher is not serious after all. Geez, Sensei, calm down. Damn, you've been like this since this morning, Myron. Derd grabbed Myron's arm and pulled her away, while Aaliyah gave her a cold look, and Apuesta and Palti both breathed a resigned sigh. Myron's been chasing Minamata around, you know. Why are you asking Sho about that? Did you change your target to Sho? Myron, apparently regaining her composure at Aaliyah's comment, huffed and stepped back. Yeah, that's the thing. I still want to have an affair with Minamata. But he's tougher than he looks, so I wanted to ask Shokuen, who's also a guy, for his opinion. Adultery? You can't just say that out loud. You're a teacher, after all. Sho couldn't hide his surprise and confusion at Myron's fearlessness. Ha, no problem. Sho, next time you see Minamata, could you ask him what he likes in panties? Listen to me. I'll give you a reward. What? No, I don't want to do that. It's impossible. It's impossible. You're a man, so don't be ashamed. That's right, if it works out, I'll write all kinds of things about you on the application form. But if you fail, you'll have to stay in school. Sensei. As expected, Derd and the others all laughed at that. But Myron didn't stop. Oh no. You're right, You can't say which one is better until you've actually seen me wear it. Come on, Shokuen. Myron started to take off her lab coat, and with her hands on her skirt, her lower half was about to be exposed. Bam! There was a loud noise, and Dird shouted, "Yikes." Then Palti blurted out, "Sensei, please take a look at Sho." What? Myron questioned at Palti's words. Then she finally checked on Sho, who was passed out with the whites of his eyes showing. Shit. I guess that means you kids are still in their kid panties. Oh, yes, Dird, I've already accumulated a number of your panties on the top shelf of that wardrobe. Can you please take them home? They're in the way. Oh, yeah, I forgot my panties. Thanks, Sensei. Oh, dear. What are you going to do about Sho? Huh. We'll just have to let him sleep. Huh. Why does it have to be like this? Aaliyah was disappointed and Apuesta just sighed. Palti put her hand on her cheek and made an annoyed expression. The three of them carried Sho to bed and lamented his situation. Good morning, everyone. This is the chicken who got excited by the teacher's sensual scene and blacked out when he moved to a new school for this reason and that reason. This is Kokoma Shokuen. You should greet him with a smile. Hey, Sensei. What's with the introduction? Sho, who should have arrived at the class with his heart pounding from nervousness, couldn't help but crack up at Myron's first words. When he looked around the class, he saw about 20 students of different races and ages. Fortunately, they were watching Sho with warm eyes. Sho was a little touched. Apparently, Sho has already realized that he was being played by Myron. Of course, Dird and the others were applauding. Just like the appearance of the school building, the classrooms also had an old-fashioned feel to them. Sho turned to the others and said with a smile, "Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Kokoma Sho from the mainland. It's nice to meet you." He bowed his head, then raised it again and was greeted with a warm round of applause. "Shokuen, your seat is over there in the back. It's too much trouble to suddenly change seats, so I just added a desk for you. Please be patient." Yes. Sho walked to the seat Myron had pointed to. Dird waved at him. Apuesta raised a small hand, looking a little embarrassed, and Palti smiled at him. And sitting next to Sho was Aaliyah. Yo! Sho gave a short greeting to Aaliyah, who said, "Hi. That's the end of homeroom. Aaliyah, since you're next to Sho, you should teach him how to use his notebook. See you later." Aaliyah sighed lightly and said, "Okay." "No, it's okay, Aaliyah. Everyone knows how to use a notebook." Huh? It's probably not the notebook, but is that okay? Sho didn't know what to say. Aaliyah smirked and continued. "Look. You see that plate in my desk?" "A plate?" "Oh, this." It was tucked into the back of the top panel, and when Sho slid it forward, there was a click and a bright red book-sized plate popped out. It looked like a thin notebook computer. Wow. This is a notebook? Is it a machine? It looks like a computer. Yes. The black oval thing in the corner is the sensor for authentication. Put your right thumb on it. Authentication. They're on things for personal use. You know how they took your fingerprints when you transferred to the school? That's what they're using for this. Oh, right. Sho remembered, and as Aaliyah said, he put his thumb on it, and the plate opened with a beep. At the top, the data for each textbook was clearly displayed, and at the bottom, the LCD of the tablet was visible. You can take it home and use it to study from today. It's powered by a built-in battery, so if you use it just for studying normally, it'll manage to last about a week. As long as you charge it properly at school, you can use it at home for things other than studying, too. Wow, that's amazing. I thought I was done with civilized devices when I came to this island, but I found a great one in an unexpected place. I wonder which manufacturer this is. Haha. It's got a memory slot on the side, so you can watch as much video material as you want from the branch library. Unfortunately, there's no manga or anime on it, though. There are some interesting documentaries on rare plants, animals, and various landscapes, and I highly recommend them. I see. You know a lot about this kind of stuff, Aaliyah. I'd like to see it next time. Look at that. It's also useful for survival. You can tell what's edible and what's not, and you can look up how to make simple tools. I mean, I learned almost everything from it. Oh, that sounds really useful. While he was chatting with Aaliyah, the short recess ended and Myron came back to the classroom to start the class. Hey, keep your private conversations to a minimum. Sensei's brilliant and beautiful class is about to begin. Myron pressed a button in the corner of the classroom. Then something that looked like an electronic blackboard came down from the ceiling. It was another amazing system that Sho had never seen on the mainland, and he was honestly amazed. Oh, I see. I guess they don't use the regular blackboards there. The school building is old and tattered, but the classes are a bit modern. It's kind of amazingly fresh. Sho's casual murmur caused the entire class to turn back to Sho in quick reaction. Whoa! What? Did I say something weird? Everyone, including Dird, Aaliyah, and the others, reacted so excessively that Sho was so scared that he thought his heart would stop. However, they didn't say anything, but it seemed to show that each of their bodies were trembling slightly. It was as if they were afraid of what Sho might say. Look, everyone focus over here. We're not going to use the blackboard, don't worry. At the sound of Myron's voice, all of his classmates looked forward as if nothing had happened. It seemed to show that they were all relieved. But he couldn't quite figure out why. What was that? Hey, Aaliyah. Oh, it's nothing. Come on, class is about to start. She replied matter-of-factly, but Sho felt that Aaliyah's face had suddenly gone pale. Hello, Kokomo-kun. Nice to meet you. Huh? At the end of first period class, a blonde-haired boy appeared in front of Sho's desk. Behind him, there was another boy with brown hair. I'm Mike Crown. Sorry I'm late to introduce myself. Nice to meet you. What? Nice to meet you too. Yes. So, this is Ichiro. He has a Japanese name and speaks Japanese, but he's from Europe by blood. Nice to meet you. Surprised by their fluent Japanese, Sho stood up nervously, shook Mike's hand, and then shook Ichiro's hand. Well, I'd like to introduce you to the rest of the class. Are you fluent in English, Kokomo-kun? No, not at all. Ha. Well, then, I'll introduce you. Mike's fresh smile broke Sho's tension to some extent, and Sho instinctively knew that Mike was a good guy. As you can see, you're the only Japanese in this class. We can speak Japanese, but half of the class can only speak or listen to one language. So, if you want to talk to them, just go through me, Ichiro, Dird, and the others. If you need anything, feel free to ask. Hey Mike, don't make me a translator too. That's nice, Aaliyah, but didn't you make a translator before? Doesn't that work? Shut up. It's broken, I'm sorry. I let Dird use it and it broke, sorry. Ha. You're still the same, Aaliyah. I feel for you. Gosh, this guy is kind of annoying. As Aaliyah turned away, Mike smiled at Sho and said, so I'll introduce you to my classmates. Thanks for going to the trouble of, Mike. You can call me Mike, and Ichiro is fine with Ichiro, right? Yeah, nodded Ichiro, who seemed to be a bit quiet, but had a decent personality. Yeah. I'll go with Sho then. Okay, Sho. Then I'll introduce you to the person in front of the window over there. She's. Mike's introduction of his classmates went on peacefully throughout, and each student who was introduced by Mike briefly greeted and reacted to Sho, and everyone's introduction was successfully completed. Well, it's going to be hard to remember everyone at once. You'll find the seating order and each person's profile on that terminal, so you can refer to it. Yeah, thanks Mike, Ichiro, that was really helpful. Haha, no problem. Second period is going to start now. I'll see you later, Sho. Yeah. Damn it. Get your ass back here, Mike. Aaliyah mumbled, and Mike just smiled back. Ha. This was the end of the break, after having met all his classmates to some extent. Thanks to Mike, the first day of school had been a good one, Sho thought happily as he went to his second period class. Time went on without a hitch until fourth period. The lunch break began, and as soon as the bell rang, many of the students ran out of the classroom at once, including Myron. I'm late. Sho watched with a puzzled look on his face. Sho, let's have dinner together if you want. Let's eat a lot of food. Oh, Dird. The energetic Dird came to Sho's rescue. She looked extremely bored during class, but regained her energy during recess. She was easy to understand. Apuesta and Palti came next, and the usual four of them soon gathered around Sho's desk. Then Aaliyah said, well, Sho probably doesn't know much about the lunch system yet, so let's all go together. Yeah, that place is open today, so let's go there. Oh, that's right. Let's all go there together. Yeah. It's the hottest place in town. What? Oh, there. We'll find out when we get there. Let's go, Sho. Uh-huh. Sho was taken to the hallway, where he asked, where are we going? Is there a cafeteria or something? Palti replied, smiling to Sho's question. Well, this school serves lunchbox style, or bento-type lunches. We're going to pick that up now. Heh, I see. School lunch, huh? And so, they took him to a mobile store that had been set up in front of the main entrance. There were many students crowded in the parked vans, and there were various lunch boxes available. Sho understood that they were all quickly running out of the classroom for this. When it was Sho and his friend's turn, Sho noticed that the vendor was a familiar face. Hey, Tommy-san. Oh, Sho-chan. Ho-ho, you seem to have gotten to know everyone pretty well already. Yeah, Sho and I are already good friends, Grandma. Dur-chan is always so energetic, as are Aaliyah-chan, Apuesta-chan, and Palti-chan. You should take something nutritious with you. Yes. Thank you, Tommy. After greeting each other, the four of them each received a separate lunchbox from Tommy, who told them that they could usually choose whatever they wanted, but since food culture often differed from country to country, they could ask her in advance to prepare a lunchbox for each of them. Okay, so this is for Sho-chan. Is tea okay to drink? Oh, are there any other drinks? Yes, there are. If you win the rock-paper-scissors game against me, I'll give you a bottle of whatever you want. What? Are you sure? Ho-odo. But if you lose, you'll have to buy one of the paid drinks, okay? Besides, I'm pretty good at rock-paper-scissors, you know. Tommy flexed her hands, at which point Dird and the others interrupted her. Sho, you shouldn't do that. That's right, Sho, I won't say anything bad, but you really shouldn't. You'll make a good sucker. Sho, Tommy-san is very strong. She's right, Sho, Tommy is unusually strong at rock-paper-scissors. Unusually so. Hearing the story, Sho was suddenly very interested. It was because he had heard the story somewhere. I understand. I'll do it. Seriously? Sho, are you sure? Ho-ho-oh. You have good eyes, Sho-chan. Tommy grinned, and her eyes were that of a businesswoman. At the same time, the students around her were buzzing. Someone's been caught again. Tommy, as a grandmother, is usually kind, but when it comes to business, she's a demon. For some reason, I'm usually not so lucky, but when it comes to business, I get unusually lucky. I've never seen anyone beat Tommy before, have you? She's even been nicknamed the rock-paper-scissors queen. There's even a rumor that she might be playing after the fact. Hey, didn't anyone tell the new student about this? No, because I don't speak Japanese and Mike didn't tell me. The students were making a lot of noise in a language that Sho couldn't understand, and for some reason, they were all looking at Sho with concern. It didn't take long for the attention to fall solely on Sho and Tommy, and before they knew it, a large crowd of people were staring around them. You. Sho, if you do this, do your best. If we're going to do this, then we're going to have to do it, Sho, just win. Sho, good luck. Fight on, Sho. With Dird and the others cheering, the game finally began. Ho-odo, ready to go, Sho-chan? Are you ready? Yes. Ho-ho, nice eyes. I like it. Let's go. Jan, Ken. After finishing that one match, Sho was cheered on by the crowd and won a paper carton of lemon tea, becoming the first man to defeat the queen, a legend that would be passed down throughout the school for the rest of his life. Amazing show. You beat that Grandma Tommy. You really scared me, Sho. What kind of person are you? I've never seen anyone beat Tommy-san before. A lot of students have been forced to buy juice for a long time now, but that's great, Sho. You're the school's hero from today on. No, don't do that. It's just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. But Sho was grinning inwardly with happiness. To be honest, the fact that he was a strong rock-paper-scissors player hadn't made Sho very happy in the past. But now he was simply happy. He was happy to have something to be proud of, even if it was just luck. Sho and his friends were talking at a rest area set up at the edge of the schoolyard, where they had come after receiving lunch and drinks from Tommy. There was a huge stone table with a roof over it, and it was nice and sheltered from the sun and the wind. Because the school itself was located on a small hill, there was a great view of the entire island and even the horizon. Sho was so impressed that he shouted, "Wow! Do you like it?" Actually, Sho, this is a place that everyone always fights over. But today, it's special. Special? Why? Because you're here, Sho. What? Palti was smiling, and Derd, Aaliyah, and Apuesta were also smiling happily. Sho noticed. Sho was so moved that he almost cried. No, but I'm hungry. Let's eat quickly. It's been a long time since we've eaten here. Yes, it has. Oh, I remember. That's right. They all took their seats at the small stone table. Then they opened their lunch boxes and found that Sho's was a Japanese meal of white rice with fried whitefish as the main course. On the other hand, Derd and the others were sandwiches and fruit, vegetarian food with vegetables as the main ingredient, and Western food such as hamburgers. What's that? Sho, do you want my hamburger? Oh, no, not really. They all had different contents. Haha, Sho, if you want one of my hamburgers, just tell Tommy in advance and you'll be fine. Oh, I see. I see. After that, everyone was chatting and eating together. The time passed happily. Eventually, when he was almost done eating, Sho mumbled as he took in the amazing view. No. But I guess I'm really going to be living on this island. That must have been what Derd and the others heard. The girls smiled and said, "Ehe. Let's have fun playing every day from now on." It's a strange island, though. Let's just take it easy. If you need anything, just let us know. Sho, you're one of us now. Let's learn a lot of things together in the future. Everyone. The kind words from Derd and the others made the anxious feelings swirling inside Sho disappear. Living alone for the first time, and in a tent, was full of worries, but Sho subconsciously felt that meeting these girls in this kind of life would be an important asset. Kokoma Shokuin, huh? I didn't expect him to get along so well with Derd and the others so quickly. It was lunchtime, and Sho was eating with Derd and the girls, as several people watched from a distance from behind the building. Hey, I know you're curious about that girl, but don't get too close, okay? Curiosity kills cats, as Myron-sensei once taught us in class. Yeah. We don't even know what's going to happen to him yet, so we have to be careful not to act in a way that could give him the wrong idea. You're right. Besides, we have a separate watch, right? A number of figures gathered in the darkness. They murmured to each other. The person in the center of the crowd shrugged and said, "Oh dear. He's come all this way to be our classmate. Why can't we just be friends? Besides, I'm the kind of person who doesn't like to bring my work ethic into my personal life, you know." The rest of the class looked at the boy with a look of dismay on their faces. But they didn't seem to blame the boy any further. So, how do you feel about your contact with him? He's humble and kind, just like a Japanese man. I think he'll be a good match for me. Oh, I mean in a private way, of course. Well, I'm sure he's much more decent than Myron-sensei, who is also from Earth. That's for sure. They all started laughing at once. There was a bright and joyful atmosphere there. Then one of them said with a serious look on his face, "Now, who will he be taken in by, or won't he? That remains to be seen, but we'll have to watch him carefully." Right. If he decides to join, he'll have his own staff, and that could upset the current balance. Or there's always the possibility of, as the fifth person. The boy at the center of the group mumbled, and the rest of the group suddenly started to buzz. If all of us here were to attack, we would definitely be no match for any of Durd's forces. I think that, given the history of, it would not be a bad situation for him to become the fifth person, although this is just my personal opinion. Maybe there will be a great revolution, you know. The surrounding members all fell silent. Apparently, they were pondering his words. While many of the boys and girls couldn't hide their confusion, the boy in the center of the room laughed and said, "Well, I don't know what the higher-ups think, but aside from the game, we've all met each other here. Let's have more fun together. The key to enjoying life is to be honest with yourself. Youth is short, you know." The members around him could not help but smile at the boy's refreshing smile. After school that day, "Hey you guys, we're having a welcome party for Shokuen today." At Sho's house, by the seaside tent, there were barbecue grills, a simple stove, and various other survival goods. Everything seemed to have been arranged by Myron. "Say, Sensei? What's this?" Hey, Myron, what are you starting? Eh? Barbecue party? Well, it looks like it. Sho and his friends came back from school, and Sho was thinking of asking Durd to teach him how to harpoon when Myron came in with a big package. "That's right, a barbecue. Come on, you guys, help me set it up." "What do you mean prepare? I don't see any meat or vegetables, let alone a fire." "That's right, Sensei. Are we going hunting now?" Myron responded to Aaliyah and Durd's question by waving her finger in the air. "Tisk tisk, do you think I haven't prepared anything? Wait a minute." 2. And then, just as it seemed like she was running off, she jumped into the sea. "Whoa! Myron-sensei." Sho was astonished, but Myron did an amazing crawl and quickly got into a nearby cruiser that was floating in the ocean. "Is that Sensei? Ship?" "Looks like it. I wonder when she parked it in a place like that." Apuesta and Palti said, and Sho was even more surprised. He hadn't expected Myron to have her own cruiser. It was a gorgeous-looking ship that looked like it could do some serious ocean sailing. It was hard to even think about how much money was at stake. "Well, it looks like it might have a small rubber boat or something for transportation." "I think there is. But the teacher is impatient." "Yes, Apuesta, and it would be impossible for a cruiser of that size to dock at the beach." Eventually, Myron emerged from the cruiser, carrying a large cooler box on her shoulder. She dove back into the ocean and swam back to the beach with a powerful stroke that would have made a mermaid sit up and take notice. Aaliyah and the others looked dumbfounded, but only Durd was crying out, "Sensei, hurry up. Phew, you made us wait. You're so tough." Myron came out of the water, soaking wet, and in front of Sho, who was mumbling, Myron put down the cooler box, which could fit one person, and opened it. "Now, let's see what you've got." Myron crossed her arms proudly, and Sho and the others peeked fearfully into the contents. "Oh!" everyone shouted in unison. The cooler box was filled with marbled beef, plump chicken, fresh vegetables, mushrooms, and even wine and sake. "Sensei, did you swim with this? How powerful are you?" "Humph. Come on, let's celebrate Shokuen's arrival on the island. We're having a yakiniku party. We're having a barbecue. Get ready to party." Aye, sir." Durd and the others saluted, posturing. Aaliyah, who had been complaining a while ago, was now working as well. Thus, Sho's welcome party was hastily organized.